Fortunately expires in midair.
And the good thing is virtually everybody is okay in the eSports world. All they got to do is hit that reset, start again, hit the escape key, call it a night. Nobody hurt. That was a dramatic crash as Zimmerman got into the right rear of the machine of, oh wow, McKinnon's truck flying through the air, pirouetting almost 50 feet or higher, and ended up in the pits. I wonder if he crashed in his pit stall.
Yeah, it looks like he landed right next to his pit stall. That was kind of actually timing, to be honest with you. But regardless, able to get these guys back on all four tires, spin them around, and try to get some repairs done. Actually, he was just behind his pit stall
when he just missed his stall. He crashed in front of the two truck of Mullins' pit stall, but that's pretty darn close.
This guy's got to play Plinko, I'm telling you. That was great.
Cue up that Plinko music, Price is Right. As our producer is laughing in our ear. We are under the yellow flag. 106 of 200 laps, 94 to go. The question is, pit stops are now underway. Mullins and Downing and everybody on pit road. It's pit stop time for the third time here at Dover.
Yeah, it looks like everybody got on pit road. 4 fresh sneakers. There are a few guys that stopped out there. Josh Downing, by the way, the victor, coming off a pit lane with 4 tires and fuel, ready to go back at it this time on lap 106.
Working lap 106 of 200 here at Dover. We'll take a break and we'll come back with race coverage of the Wood and Vine 200 on Max Speed TV and the CRN Sports Radio Network.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN. Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Outland Ray Rich are on the call live from virtual Dover, the Wood and Vine Wine Bar and Bistro of Charlotte 200. Working lap number 108, working lap 109 at the green. We're right back on the air as the green flag flies, and it's Downing back again. Same old song and dance. Sounds like lyrics to Aerosmith as he pulls away in 2.
And the 12 had a run there for a bit, but Sacco come down and blocked him immediately on that low line. The 12 of Brantley had to back off, but Didn't lose much for speed nor position, obviously. He's still stuck there in the third place position. Derek Fulton, again, our top 6, the same as they were after and before they pitted. After now, of course, right now, top 6, Downing, Sacco, Brantley, Fulton, Baines, and Mason. Mason, I want to keep an eye on at 22 because, again, coming up through this field, the dude's got it going on right now down the back, shooting 6th place.
The man leading the way, Josh Downing, as we see him lead away. Robert Mason, we've mentioned him a time or two. Josh Downing again. We mentioned Robert Mason. He's been one of those trucks that have quietly been in the top 5 as we show a glimpse of him again in the 6th position, trying ever so closer to get around Chris Baines for that 5th spot. That battle continues again as they go into turn 3.
Brantley, keep an eye on him. He's on the tailgate of that 29 again, 29 second place spot, but he is about 8 truck lengths from that leader. Still trying to catch back up, but behind him, like I said, Brantley right now on the tailgate of that 29 going down through 2. He's escaping that 4th place spot of the 19 right now of Fulton, but they've got their own race going on from 4th back to 6th. 19:54 of Chris Baines there in at 54. We haven't talked about him most of the night. Of course, he had a slight injury earlier. Got that truck back out of here and ready to go. As we see the 19 gain a little bit right now on that 3rd place of Brantley.
Talking about Baines is Derek Fulton also in front of him as they come across the line. Another lap on the board. Everyone trying to run down the man as Fulton there. You see the number 19 entry crossing the stripe. Fulton's had a pretty quiet race so far. A time or two, he was in the top spot. Right now, he has fell back into the clutches of the 4th position as he's holding off everybody else at bay. Across the line with Baines in front of him. But nonetheless, there's Fulton, Baines, their battle right in front of the machine of Brantley. Brantley where it's Charlotte in what would be a exhibition special race in the Broadwing 200 last Friday night. This is now for real. Round 1 of 15 rounds in the points. 10 regular season, 5 playoff races, and a battle now with Fulton and Brantley for 3rd as they go to turn 3.
Brantley slips up the track. The 19 of Fulton took the advantage, and it looks like a freight train possibly coming by. The 54 of Baines will take the low line. He'll go door to door now looking for that 4th place spot from the 12, but the 12 fights back on the high side and shuts the door going down to turn 1.
Fulton into that Chevrolet clears Sacco for that spot. That's for 2nd and 3rd. Sacco, Fulton 3rd. Brantley now fell back to 4th as they go back to the 3.
Fulton keeping an eye on him. He's got a fast truck, not to the tailgate of the 2nd yet, but unfortunately the 12 falling off here. Brantley, great run last week. As we said again, he was the winner at Charlotte. Not in the opening series, but the special event. This is the opening series tonight. This is the one he's looking to win. 4th place right now. He's trying to keep to the tailgate of that 19 going down through 3. It looks like 2nd all the way back again to position 6 right now is the battle that's going on.
The driver, 25 out of Stayner, Ontario, Canada. The 19, Fulton racing entry. Battling along. Here's a story about Fulton. We're watching him now battle for 2nd with Sacco and Fulton for 3rd. He grew up in a small hockey farm town. His grandfather raced back in the 70s, and he's been in his blood ever since motorsports, and been sim racing since he was 14 years old, now 25, so do the math, 11 years, and dying to get behind the wheel of a real late model someday. He just recovered from a 2-year-long shoulder surgery, ready to get digging, the dream of racing for real. And right now in eSports style, he sits in 2nd. Fulton to 2nd, getting around Sacco, the pole truck, as they come across the line to put lap 120 on the board.
Not without a fight, though. They had 29 allowed him by after a short period of time, but man, he was able to take over that 2nd place spot. Now he's pulling away from that 29 of Sacco as we see Zimmerman on the bottom side with that injured truck there staying out of the way. The 94, he's on the apron, out of harm's way. The 19 right now, we're going to keep an eye on the interval. Last lap, 0.727 to the 19 of Fulton as we cross the stripe. This time, we'll take a look at it as they come down through 3. Got a couple more turns to go before we make that happen on the call. Actually, last time it was 0.7, now it's 0.678. I believe we have a truck on the move there in 2nd place, Wesley.
I believe so, too. He's got to the whip. Fulton has got something going. Can he run down, though? The number 23 Toyota, the driver out of Rockford, Illinois, the 2017 C Open overall champion. He's sponsored by Jordan Brand, Red List Esports, the Michelangelo's painting in Mesa, Arizona entry. Now leading the field. There's the interval. Almost half a second or more as they go into turn 3 and 4. But Fulton is closing them in as they come back across the stripe. But it's still the man leading the way. Josh Downing back to 1.
I think Sacco and Bentley figured out that there is a draft at this track because they are keeping up highly with that 19 from second back to fourth. They are about 1 to 2 truck lengths off of each other from second on back, but again, not staying perfectly in line, but nonetheless keeping up with them. Interval between first and second has grown now, 0.788 last time at the stripe. This time right now, taking a look at it, 0.798. Not much of a difference, only 10 thousandths, a little bit more. As we go back into the field a little bit of the 22 of Mason, challenge from the 42 of now Donovan Rana. We haven't heard from him most of the night. He'll squiggle off at turn 2 and let Mason get away there in that 6th place position, wide open between front and back of him in 6th place.
This is the Wooded Vine Wine Bar and Bistro 200 from Charlotte, live from virtual Dover. It's round number 1 of the Josh White Racing Esports Truck Series on Max Speed TV and audio coverage on the CRN Sports Network. I'm Wesley Outland, Ray Richer, Michael D'Amico on the TV broadcast production side of things, and Trace Knight in Henderson, North Carolina, running the broadcast for CRN's audio coverage. We're on lap number 125 of 275 laps to go. We're riding on board now with Josh White. He's had some hiccups along the way in the K9 Hero Chevrolet, right now 3 laps down.
Been watching up front a little bit more. We actually had a hiccup there a little bit ago. Last lap, the 19 of Fulton come off at turn 2, getting below the 24 truck. He got out of the way, 24 actually being of, let me see here, Dakota Creamer, truck a lap down. He lost to the bottom rather quickly, and 29-12 caught up to him, but he immediately shot to the top side, got past Zimmerman, again on one of our other trucks a lap down, and he got away with it for quite a bit. He's pulling away from the 29 right now as they come through 4.
Coming back across the line, another lap aboard here. This race continues on. This battle with the Josh White Racing Esports Truck Series, round 1 of 15. It continues as we're working the final 70 laps of this race. Derek Fulton in second, closing, not anymore. Can Downing hold him off? Fulton closing that interval, 1 second of gap now as they go back. Sacco there in third, riding on board. There's the interval from first to second, back to 1.
Derek Fulton right now still in second. A second now again. Got to say second a couple times, but 1 second is separating the top 1 and 2. It looks like Downing, with this fight behind him, is just pulling away from this field. As they come down through turn 4, across the stripe again. We'll see if that raises up or goes down. 1.005 last time, 0.958 with a caution out on the speedway.
Yellow flag out for the 10th time. Caution waving. Find out what happened. Zimmerman up against the wall there. Go figure. He struggled there for most of this race, and almost 3 out of the 10 cautions, he's had some type, shape, or form involved in yellow flag fever. And now we see the end result. Looks like Hurley and Hargett battling along with Bradley Beeman. That was Bradley Beeman and Devin Hargett having that.
94,
we're trying to see what happened.
Yeah,
is it Zimmerman? It was Zimmerman. Yes, it was.
Yes, sir. It looks like Zimmerman come out of the corner at turn 2, just basically staying out of the way, kind of on his own. You'll see him come down here towards the bottom of the apron, and lost him a little bit there. On my screen, I did as well. He come up the track, unfortunately spun the truck sideways, missed the outside fence, but stopped it sideways in the middle of the backstretch.
Yellow flag yet out again here at Dover. This caution coming out here. And they're saying that, again, good eyes by my colleague, Ray Richer. They're having trouble finding it on the replay here. But it was the 94 of Zimmerman that spun. So there's the caution coming out again. Ready to set this field up for the final 50 laps. This is now 69 laps to go. Trucks are on pit road for the 3rd time in pit stops, and there they are there, Ray.
Downing getting down to his pit stall first with a 19 right ahead of him, and the 29 of Sacco, all stopping almost simultaneously. Behind him, the number 2 of Derek Mullins, right sides go up on the truck. Fresh Rubber on the right. We'll see if anybody takes two. This is only a short run there, and we've got about 67 laps to go from here on out. The 23 will be off first, beat them all out at the line, but that 12 takes over a third-place spot coming off of the pit lane.
So lap 132 of 268 laps to go. Ready for finish wild time here with Miles the Munster at Dover. Quick radio and TV break, and we'll get ready to bring them back to green. We'll cycle them out on the restart and decide where everybody is at.